Then he picks me up and throws me around like a rag doll, and I'm sort of stuck. Kia ora, aloha, I'm Temuera Morrison, and these are my film firsts with BAFTA. The first film I was involved in as a young boy, the age of 12, was a film called Rangi's Catch, produced by Michael Forlong. And I played Rangi, one of the lead actors. It was a kind of an adventure film shot in New Zealand. Hadn't been trained as an actor, but he saw me on the stage performing my Māori culture. That was my first experience. I got the part because I could ride a horse pretty good. First thing that inspired me to become an actor was Lawrence of Arabia. I loved Omar Sharif and Anthony Quinn. Because they were riding horses as well in that epic at the time, so yeah, that really inspired me. My first meeting with Jason Momoa was in Australia on the set of Aquaman. He was actually in the gym, and I went in to meet him. I hadn't met him before, but he had known of me. He had seen my movie Once Were Warriors, and it was one of joy. It was, I remember he just sort of opened his arms and come running up to me and go, "Hey, at last!" And he gave me a hug, and he was squashing me like this because he was in the middle of his workout. Then he picks me up and throws me around like a rag doll, and I'm sort of stuck, feeling quite intimidated actually. He was sort of throwing me around a bit, but it was one of joy. You know, he was quite excited that I was on board, and I didn't realize how much a fan he was, so yeah. That was the first encounter. First character that I was obsessed with. Ooh, gee, that's the first character that I was obsessed with would have been the Lone Ranger, and I was obsessed with Tonto. There was a guy called Kimosabe who was the Lone Ranger, and he had an Indian brother called Tonto, and he could ride a horse as well. So. That was my first character I was obsessed with. I thought one day I'd love to play one of those Apache Indian kind of things. So, and it came true later in life. Funnily enough, I did a movie called Blueberry where I played an Indian. Ooh, my first day on Star Wars. That's right. It was with a scene with Ewan McGregor. Obi-Wan Kenobi came to visit my island of Camino to check on the army. And I remember being very, very nervous. It was my first day on a Star Wars set, and just the scale of the set was so big and quite intimidating. George was over there directing, and I really had to try and settle down very quick because working with Ewan McGregor, he was so cool and subtle, so I thought I would copy him and try and out-subtle him as well by doing quite minimal acting, not moving my face too much like he was. He was being the Jedi and going, yes, and doing very minimal stuff. So I thought I'd try and do a little bit and get that back. So it was like a poker game at the end of the day. But I remember that day. It just took me a while just to settle down. So yeah, that was my first day on Star Wars. My first reaction to reading the script of Chief of War was, how do I tell Jason, it's going to be a bit of a big call for me, and I was too scared to call him back. I was scared of the language element in it actually, and I wasn't quite sure if I could do it or not, but Jason said to me, we're the same people. We're the same people. So with that, I decided to accept the challenge, and then began the journey. And what a journey that was.